All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Fortnite. All right, so I got to be careful because I feel like I did good on not shaking my head too much on the last recording, but I did watch a video where it's like I was censoring myself. I apologize. I get so excited playing this game. I'm almost excited as Felipe Carvalho. Oh, okay. They have such. I mean, so it's funny that I have Miku. So yeah, this is our alt account. This is usually my daughter plays with this one. So wanted to make sure that I got all of the stuff and the things. Oh, and I did get a crown victory royale. I do not expect to get very far in this one. Yeah, because I'm trying out some new things, and it's a good thing I tested it out because, whew, I am tired. So. It's gonna be a fun night. We'll see how long I can stay awake. Oh, the coral buddies! The coral buddies. Let's see. I think this is owned and operated by the Epic Games. Plus, I've spent so much money, on this, and I'm advertising too. I mean, South Park, yeah. Oh, and I love that. And the governor was just on the stage at Red Rocks with Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and I didn't watch it. Yeah, I gotta thank the bus driver too with my crown. But yeah, I'm such a spaz, and I've been really busy at work too, like this whole week, and I kind of do work outside work hours. I try to keep it during business hours, but sometimes it crosses over, and also sometimes I need to do life things. So, which one of the many things that I love about my job is they let me do it. Now let's talk about my job as far as an empty threat that I just gave to somebody. So I snitched out basically. It's so funny, I confessed the other day, but now this one, so it's one of the Colorado traffic groups, and there was this guy that pulled out a box cutter on this other driver because of rude driving. Now, granted, I'm sure they were flipping each other off and going back and forth and trying to fight. And actually, I'm kind of hoping I run into this guy that I flipped off. Because I talked to him. I actually pulled up alongside of him, and I tried to calmly, I tried to show with my hands why I was upset with him, and I wasn't yelling at him or anything. I was just I was explaining. I was because this guy, with my situation, I was in the left lane because the right lane ends, and it's not worth it to get over and then just back into the left lane. In fact, I would have to check to be sure before I tried to make a declarative statement, but I'm fairly certain it doesn't say stay right except to pass. That's usually a highway thing, an interstate thing, but not through town. And this was still just south of Front Range campus, headed towards Loveland, and and he was speaking Spanish, and I speak Spanish, but I wasn't ready to speak Spanish on the road. I was worried about people coming up behind me and not having my hazards on and talking to this guy, making a scene. And the bottom line is, if the police are going to be involved every time, they're going to say, be safe, don't make it a problem for us, and then we won't come. I mean, or they'll say something to the tune of that, because they really don't care what you're doing if you're not, or as long as you're being safe for other drivers on the roads. Now, if you're not being safe, then they need to talk to you. And, and this guy had said something yeah, this dude's family would print the dude's face on t-shirts. And so I was well, I mean, I write reports for the feds as far as cybersecurity goes, which is true. I get to report some of the more egregious cyber attacks, because we're trying to stop, scams and fraud and stuff. And that I can tell you, the OGs in prison and everything, they support ending stealing from people. I mean, we got to respect our elders, and all it takes is one of them to get ripped off, and then it's open season on hackers and scammers, and and really when you get right down to it, people only have so many loyalties. So was it bold to say that I do that? Yes, but is it going to make them think twice before they try to stalk me or try to go after me or anything? Because the dude made a pretty bold statement saying that my family would print his face on t-shirts. And that's why, and I went right to the prison lingo. I said, if somebody's if some little punk wants to pull a box cutter on someone like that over rude driving, Then I have my Snitch and Wesson on him. I don't GAF. I don't give a frick. Like, so, and that's real. Like, I mean, and I feel like I could get some backlash. I could get some threats, but at the end of the day, like, you know, that dude, he went too far. He went too far. He realized it. I really hope he doesn't get arrested for it, but I mean, he needs to be talked to. And like, he needs to know that that's not okay, because how many other people would he do that to, and how far would he take it if he wasn't on camera? Like, cause he knew that he was being filmed, right? Oh, also, I forgot, I started this thing. I need to go. I got what, 3 minutes in the mountains? Oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, I gotta become a boss. I am a boss. No, I'm just kidding. I am an underling, and I answer to many. And, you know, and that's it. I have a lot of cop friends back home. I'm fine with admitting that. Like, I grew up, my family friend was the chief of police of Buena Vista. Like, you know, I don't care. I mean, you're threatening somebody that's, like, connected with law enforcement and corrections. Like, I don't think you understand what you're doing, first of all. Second of all, I do have friends that I've been, like, to prison and stuff, and, like, while they would not approve of, like, snitching, like, they would not, like, be happy about that, they would not also be happy about, dude, you know, waving a box cutter at some dude. That dude, you know, has a family he needs to get home to, and, you know, that guy's willing to throw it away over being rude. Like, yeah, if you're having a bad day, you know, have a Snickers. Don't try to stab somebody. Like, you know, there's a big disparity between that, and it makes you look bad too. And if he represents a prison organization or even any organization, that's going to reflect badly on them, because he's causing unnecessary problems. Like, people don't seem to watch, like, mafia movies, you know, like, if you cause problems, if you bring the police attention, like, you know, they're going to look down on that. Like, I'm sorry, and, like, you know, not everything is like the movies, but just human nature is like that. I can tell you, like, if you have a group and you're trying to, like, you know, be sneaky about stuff, you don't want someone running around, like, trying to threaten people. Like, that just looks bad, and especially, like, and it puts them in danger too. Like, what if the guy had a gun? Like, a lot of the other comments are like, should have shot him. Like, it's like, well, for the people that don't have a gun, there needs to be community outrage for unexcusable behavior like that. Nice. Barely had enough ammo in the clip. Wonder if I'm getting sick, and that's the other thing. I had a long day. Like, I got a lot done at work, and I really do. Like, that's funny. Like, I kind of like bragging about, I write reports for the feds. Now, granted, that's not the quiet part out loud, but, like, that makes it sound like I'm being racist or something. No, I'm, like, smoothing over a snitching after a public accusation that I would blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you live in the state of, like, ultimate freedom, dude. Don't mess it up. Don't rock the boat, and don't condone people threatening people with knives. Like, and it looked like a real knife, like, but it was how am I, like, targeting them? Also, this is so much better than when I was on rank. Like, you see how lazy I was fighting that? Like, didn't hit me once. Gotta love it. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to be cool or anything. Like, just trying to make a better world. And then, here's the other thing. So the people that do know me, so say this dude is connected or something, he reports me up. A lot of the people now know of my intent of a couple of projects that are ultimately going to help a lot of people. I mean, if successful, so the goal is to empty out prisons with as much people as possible to be back in the community, but they need to be, like, healed. They need their mental wellness to be on the level. They need to be calmed down, not hot-headed like some guy trying to stab somebody, and, like, you know, and he did have, like, hand tattoos, and it looks like he's, you know, probably been to prison or something. But guess what? A lot of people, like, I mean, that Jeremy McDude or whatever, like, he talked about, like, if he ever went back to prison or something, and he talked about snitching, and he's just like, whatever. Like, these people, we're trying to fix society, and although he might have said it a little more rash and stuff, and there's really no soft way to say that, because that is kind of a rule. You don't want to be going and, like like what Snoop Dogg was talking about in that one song is like, this guy's like, we'll pay you 30 G's or something to snitch on your homies. And like, that's like setting somebody up and like orchestrating and working with them. But like, if you're just trying to keep people accountable in the community and you want the police to do it so you don't have to, like, I'm not going to go try to fight some dude because he tried to stab someone else. That's insane. You know, and especially as I get older, I gotta, you know, make sure that the youngsters, you know, around me are like, you know, ready to step in like that. And that's the thing is like my fellas and I, we were never starting to sound like Jesse Pinkman. Like we were kind of hoodlums and stuff, but we had a code. I mean, there's definitely a code of ethics, like no matter who you deal with. And it's the same in prison too. I mean, I've never been, but I've met a lot of people that go. And from what they say is like, you know, it depends. It's the Bob Dole answer. Oh, and I'm so hungry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm having a grand old time, but I am like zonked. Jeez. I don't know how many of these I'm going to make today. Just kidding. I got like 4 hours. Oh, wait, no. Jeez. Oh, it's already... I think I might be ready for bed in a couple hours. Getting old. Well, that's the thing, is like, in this day and age, everything is recordable, traceable, there's traffic cameras on everything, so even if he did successfully stab that guy, he's gonna get picked up on a traffic cam, and people are so dumb to think that, like, I mean, okay, well, I don't want to give away, like, law enforcement secrets, I mean, accidentally, then nobody's told me any of this, but just from what I know about technology and computers, and, I mean, actually, never mind that 60 Minutes episode had, like, your TV, like, as I'm playing this, they're watching me do this. Like, they can probably tell every time my eyes are a little too slanted, like, you know, oh man. Oh. Oh man, almost. Not really. That was actually kind of pretty far off. Oh. Oh. Ugh, I got him twice, or her, I think. I don't like this. There's like one over there. Oh man. What? I'm gonna get sniped. Or ambushed. Oh man. Oh. Ah. There we go. Oh. What? Oh. There we go. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, we gotta hide. Oh. Well. Oh, touche. Yeah. They're a good shot. I need to go heal. Try and make sure that, like, serpentine. Oh, man. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going. There's 7 people, 6 people. I need more shields. I mean, I hope I'm right with that. I'm taking a hunch just because, like, I don't have any, like, deep alliances, and actually, you know, people are probably still mad about this or that, and that's fine, that's understandable, but at the end of the day, like, I don't think anybody is stupid enough to risk, like getting themselves all in trouble just to stick it to some random internet person that already, like, interacts with, like, heavy law enforcement. I mean, I don't really. Like, as soon as I do have some reports put together, I'm going to be submitting them. And I'm talking, like in the large dollar amounts, like little stuff we just block and we make note of. And, like, you check the logs and all that. I mean, I did a boot camp for cybersecurity with the intent on working with law enforcement to stop scammers. Like, nobody is happy about scammers. Like, the scammers, yeah, sure, and the ones that use it to make the money and all that, and, like, you know, but there's going to be a time, like, nothing's going to be possible soon. I mean, as far as, like, digital scamming and stuff. So, or it's going to be insanely hard to do. Oh, man. Oh, I hit him twice. Oh, man. He's the alien. The alien's got that health. Oh, man, this is dangerous. Got him. Huh. Well, I mean, I don't really need any of this, but, like, I kind of want this. But, I mean, I like the sniper. That was working well for me. What kind of heals you got? And I want away from the crown. They're gonna... Yep, there he goes. Oh. I want away from here. And that sniper's gonna come up on me and just, like, take me out. Oh, God. There's 3 other people. I mean, they're just kind of just chilling. Oh, man. I'm gonna run around. I do not want to get stuck in a tunnel. That's like a sniping nightmare. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, God. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. Whoa. Wait, really? Oh, come on, come on. Oh, sorry, I keep obsessing about that. Like, talking smack to someone like that clearly sounds like they're involved with stuff or friends with people that are involved with stuff and, like, in that lifestyle, like, and no, you know, snitches get stitches and all that. But yeah, but at the same time, no. Just no. There's certain situations that, like, I mean, the other thing is like, so that guy had no idea who the guy was that he was threatening. Like, he could maybe see tattoos and, like, maybe, like, as he looked at it, but... like, even then, you know, like, you don't know. You don't know who someone is on the road. So, like, you have no idea who you're going to upset, how it's going to come back to bite you. Like, and it's just uncalled for. I mean, nobody should lose their life over road rage. That's full stop. Nobody. And I know a guy who went to prison for 12 years for accidentally killing his cousin. Like, accidentally, you know. And to a point, and it sets in. And I remember talking to him. He's like, you know, I definitely deserved some, like, you know, like all the Christmases, birthdays, and, like, holidays and just stuff, and, like, the memories that that were taken. You know, anybody that's been around death and murder, like, knows that. I've lost several friends, and, like, you know, and that's why I know, like, the big homies, like, they might not like it, but they might be like, but at the same time, I mean, it is justified. Like, we need to keep these people accountable to keep the community safe. Like, nobody would disagree with that. So now if it was like, yeah, I'm going to go make money or I'm going to go get out of my own situation, which, you know, that's another thing. But for this, and all I did was I just read a license plate. Like, And so they got mad at me about that, and it's like, you keep quiet, let him just go and like, you know, try to like threaten somebody. Again, nobody should lose their life over like some road rage. Like, you deserve to be in trouble at that point. And until they get the green light to even like, well, and so the green light, that's dangerous because I mean, sometimes, like, often I feel like it means like actual murder. But like green light, as far as like beating somebody up, like, until someone higher up says that for that, oh shoot, it's just me and someone else. Oh man. Is it? I'm gonna try to keep the high ground. I'm channeling Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want to keep the high ground. Oh god. Oh. Yeah. It's such a catchy song. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't dance like that. And actually making Kyle dance like that is kind of a little weird. Hold on. This is a little better. Not much, because then it's like, okay. Actually, now I feel all bad. Jeez. That's terrible. Sorry. I apologize. That looks really sus in hindsight. I wasn't paying attention to that. And I also don't pay attention when it's like a woman either. Like, I don't know. I was talking about that the other day, like, because back in the day, like, we had Super Smash Brothers when we were like in like middle school and high school, and we'd like pause and stuff like that. But no, that's not why I play these games. This is Kyle dancing the Miku, but we'll abstain from that. In fact, I don't even like doing emotes. Like, I like doing the Zoidberg on the main account because that doesn't have like copyrighted material. So. Yeah, big bad A-Rye with the... Yeah. Ooh. So wait, that's 2 crown wins today. Nice. I'm really... But, again... Sorry, like, I was trying to say like 3 things at once. I will say that... No, I'm not good at ranked. I like fighting bots. Like that last one, I think that was a bot at the end there. Like, they built or she built and she just stood there while I shot her to death. And like, I broke the thing and like, I think she was like trying to like think about building, but I also was like locking onto me. So like, oh. Plus, I am trying to negotiate deals where, like, I mean, unofficially for now, but like, it's like a 5-step process. And like, I'm working on getting funding to be certified to work with psychedelics in a clinical setting. Again, not quitting my day job, but being able to be an authority in the space, understanding what's acceptable. And Colorado is one of the leaders of this science and study, like, of rehabilitation through mental wellness checkups. And, and from people I've talked to, it's already a good idea to make sure everybody's screened. Coming back to society from prison. So and like that guy, the road rage thing, take your lumps, because you just did felony menacing. You waved a knife at somebody, you're gonna hurt somebody. And that actually, so the dude that the dude that I still want to kind of like hold accountable, not me, not to do anything. And that's the other thing is like, and that's why cops leave me alone, is because like, I mean no physical harm to anybody. None. Now, accountability, though. I'll be your accountability buddy, So. And basically by saying that I write reports to the feds and be like, they're watching my stuff, man. It doesn't even matter, like, what I, tell them. They're going to see this. You're commenting on a public forum. Like, if the police are going to look at this, the police are going to see a 6, 7, 6, 7. Okay, so I think I have that. What? What happened? Huh. Oh, this is a bad idea. Oh! But yeah, I have zero tolerance for somebody killing somebody. I think that's pretty fair to say. Uh, and I would like to work in law enforcement one day. I mean, I can't for some reasons, but I might be able to. I don't know. You never know. So, yeah, I stand by it. Like, at the end of the day, if someone's ready to unalive somebody for road rage, that's not cool. That could be someone's dad, someone's brother, someone's son. I mean, it is someone's son, you know, but like, you know, someone's family member won't go home tonight because you want to act a fool. Like, you know, that is so greedy and selfish. And in the grand scheme of things, very unchristian too. And like, guess what? A lot of the big homies are pretty good with the big guys. So like, you know, you do an unchristian thing, like, poof. And Islam too. Like, I mean, yeah. And this dude is like a shaved, bald-headed, like hand tattoo having, like, probably would be really mad at me and even dangerous if I said punk to his face. But I stand by it. Like, I mean, that he's trying to, oof, I'd fight him. A fair fight. I mean, no, but that's the scary thing. He's got the box cutter there. Who knows if he'd like do some recon, some OSINT stuff. But again, that's the thing is like, I mean, if the cops weren't watching this stuff, they are now. I mean, at least the feds. So, oh, I gotta do SMGs. This isn't technically an SMG, so I don't think it counts. Ah, I'm all shaking though. I'm trying to like, you know, rehash what I just said in a public forum with a picture of my face. I wonder what people would discuss and everything. I probably won't get a record deal on being a real gangster in this state. And that's okay, or any state. That's okay. It's fine. Thanks, I want to show everyone I've got what it takes to be an action star. Let's do this. What are we doing? I mean, awesome. I'm also going to recruit you. But wait, let's see what she says. Ask about, what would you like to know? When my agent asked if I wanted to try something new, I was a little nervous. I've mostly done pretty dramatic roles. Could I play an alien fighting, xenobiologist fighting banana alien hybrids? I knew it would be a challenge, and that's why I had to do it. Always chase the fear, always. Oops. All right. Hire new talent. Nice. Oh, and you throw heals. Nice. Ugh. I mean, it really, if someone is ready to pull the knife, I think that, ooh. I say with like a total guilty conscience. Anywho, no, I mean, and that sounds bad. I didn't like, I've done a lot of stupid things, but I've never done stuff like that. Like try to like intimidate somebody, like to like, oof, well, it depends. Like only one time, like self-defense, but like never any other times. Like I didn't try to like go and like, it's definitely not road rage like that. Like I flipped somebody off, and that was how I handled it. I was like pretty peacefully, you know. I was flustered, but like I calmed down and like I tried to like talk to him in a calm tone, and I used my hands to translate what I was trying to do. And had I been prepared for the Spanish, hablo español, entonces I would say, you know, tú eres aquí, and have my, you know, like wave my one hand to say, you know, you are here, you know, eres tú, eres tú, and then, you know, tu coche, and then tu carro, coche. I mean, carro sounds like it's just like the racist way, like trying to guess at Spanish, but I think it is correct. Oh, I was about to shoot her. So, or coche, carro. I see, and then I think there's some swear words that sound kind of like it, like, so I'm gonna try not to say those, but like, you know, and that's the thing is I have a lot of friends that like, I don't see them saying. In fact, I think I've had this exact discussion because, like, with some old timers, and from different groups too. I mean, you know, halfway houses are an interesting scenario. Wrong. Oh no, don't. Okay. The fact that someone's like his family would put his face on T-shirts. And that's true. Like, I mean, and I hope to work with people that are leaders of prison gangs and cartels and all of them, all of the people, and make a peaceful world where we distribute legal substances throughout the world legally. Like, I mean, I don't think people understand. Like, oh, take it, you get the crown. That goes good, all right. So, but anyways, and how we doing on time? Let's make this a bit longer because I want it, like, that's the thing I've noticed is like I can, like, if I make them a longer episode, then it's a little more protected because then it's more the people that aren't going to be so critical of what I'm saying. I mean, because I've had people get mad at me for so many different things. Like, it's amazing, you know, and I try to just be me every time. Oh, wait, let's look for another match. You're not going to make everybody happy. That's fair. So, and actually, I remember there's this guy that I remember rolled on some people for some weed dealing, but that was to get out of, like, to stay out of prison. I mean, or anything. He didn't do any jail time. Although I can't say that for sure, and that's why I was, like, pausing there. But he didn't do any, like, time, so that's the thing. And that's why I gotta be so careful talking about this stuff, because like people from my work could be watching and be like, oh my god, I never knew. And it's like, I'm pretty good at hiding stuff, and like, and plus that's like a different me too. Like I was a different person back then. Kind of. I mean, that's kind of a cop-out too. Like I'm still the same for my morals and my reactions. Like if I found out someone was doing things like waving a box cutter at somebody, if I was there, I would have walked up to him and been like, hey, what's going on here, and just at least like made it like discourage him from using it. And, you know, and as he puts it away, be like, I mean, I think it's time for you to go, you know, you need to get out of here, and then like do it that way. But like, you know, because if he's like all high on something, and if he's running around acting a fool, like and then that guy's probably going to look up my paperwork and he's going to see like a couple of mixed things, but you know what? Whatever, bud. Plus, it's funny because I'm in a 719 group and they think it's Colorado Springs and I'm from Buena Vista. And I'm not even in that part of town anymore, like, or the state. I never go down to the Springs except for once in a great while. Now, and even Buena Vista too, both 719s, like I'm more of a 970, 303. What's, you know, like just Front Range, northern Colorado, amongst like hundreds, if not thousands, of law enforcement, corrections, and military that like all would agree that no, they don't want someone to just get stabbed over something stupid like that. Like, are you kidding me? And again, prison people would not tolerate it either. I can guarantee you. I mean, ask them. Ask the leaders, the ones that hold the keys, as it were. I bet you can't. It's because that's solo rogue nonsense that would be condemned. As it also reflects poorly on the community if one is connected in an organization. It besmirches the name, and it could cause problems. Like, what if the other guy's connected into something, like, affiliated with some group or club, like, then you got all these other politics dragged in, and then that's why you got to wait for the green light. And there was no, like, and I hate to say, like, the word premeditated, but that's what you got to assume is, like, okay, that also crosses into premeditated territory. However, that's the only safe way to do it, to know that you're not going to cause a bunch of problems with other people. And again, bad movies and a lot of this stuff doesn't even really happen or get that far. Like, it might, like, briefly, and then it falls apart, and then everybody's just, like, worse off. So, yeah. Although it is risky saying stuff like that. Like, I was taunting that guy for real, but he had the nerve to say something like that to me. Like, you forget, you're in a public forum, and the police are no doubtedly looking at that now. I mean, and even like, well, I don't know. At the end of the day, everybody's a person. Like, you could be gangbanging and like hood riding or whatever you want to call it, and like, any number of things. Oh gosh. Ah. Oh man. That was sloppy fighting, but I did it. Oh, well, and the other thing is like, so wave number 2 or 3 of the Global Online Safety Helpers, is actually going to be people with criminal records. So that's the thing. That's the jam. Like, I am talking to people, like, that know people in prison for the sole reason of trying to help them, like, assimilate and thrive. Not only assimilate, hold on, let me back up a little bit. Thrive. Seriously. So I want to kind of get a small pot. Maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't get that just yet. Let's get the cheesy poofs. Because that's the thing. Yeah. Bold words, assuming that I'm never going to end up in prison again. But I mean, I don't know. Would I have to check in? Or would I take my lumps for speaking my mind and saying some offensive things and disrespect? That's basically fighting words to that guy. He didn't look that big. I mean, not that I want to fight anybody, but every time I say something like that, I picture, can I take him? Even if he knows some pretty good jujitsu or something, which I doubt it because he had a box cutter. That means he's got to cheat. It's mostly just for show and theatrics, but it's unjust theatrics, if that is even what it is. There we go. Whew. The very last shot. And so that's funny because like, and that's another thing, like people that know people that have been to prison, like that's how they do that. They say something like that or they'll say some gay stuff. And like, and that's what's funny. It's because if someone's willing to clown themselves like that, then you know they're at least like good intentions. Like, you know, they're willing to subject themselves to that. Or maybe they are gay and they're just like cruising or whatever. And like, that's the other thing is like, because there was this one guy that was just so angry just all the time. And like he'd come in and he'd just be like swinging his hands and like wanting to fight. And I'm like, oh man, I think he really wants to fight somebody. Like he wants someone to talk smack and like, and you know, and there's kind of like I've seen it in public school and stuff. And like, you know, when people are like getting ready, not that like it doesn't happen in private school. Sorry, there shouldn't be that distinction because I feel like even just that, like the norms and expectations around that, cause a lot of people like, oh, we gotta prove ourselves that we're, you know, just because we're, you know, we don't have a choice of where we go and. Which is the truth. I mean, that goes for public schools and private schools, but which like now I'm kind of seeing it with like the voucher system and like public money. And so I'm kind of glad I didn't advocate too much for that. And here's why. I would need to understand it a little more. Now, granted, I don't want the money to come from public school funding. I think it should be allowed to be decided for donations to be going to either or. And actually, as I say that, that's not what this case is. It's because public tax dollars, people that don't have a choice to pay, there isn't enough money for education, I guess. So if like the budget for education could be increased somehow, I mean, like supposedly there is like a bunch of wasted administrative stuff that, but at the same time, I have a hard time seeing that being real. And here's why. Is like I trust the experts. Now, not blindly, and that's why this whole COVID thing is kind of like, you know, these people feel like they got a gotcha. Ooh, you got gold rush is the thing. Oh. Actually, I don't want to do this because the storm's coming. So I don't know. I mean, mighty bold words. So I just hope I never end up in jail with him. And if I do, I'm going to have to fight him, and that's fine. I'll fight him and two of his friends. I don't care. Now, you got to be careful, though, because then they're like, they'll just stack and stack and stack. So you got to know your limits. Like, talking smack is one thing, and I did speak pretty big because sorry, I'm still just obsessing about this. Because now I got to be assumed that I'm going to have to, this is going to come up in a conversation sometime. I'm going to have to account for it, but, you know, whatever. I'll figure that out. Because this ain't like the movies. Like, nobody's going to send a hitman to come get me because of being all bold on that. Now, there might, like, if I hang out in the bars, they're going to be like, wait, isn't that you? You said some pretty mean stuff. You know, that's my cousin, man, or something like, oh, that's my friend. You better not come around here. And then I get kicked out of the bar. Like, I'm not allowed to be there. Like, all right. Or they may, and actually, never mind. That might actually get a little violent when, like, drinking's involved. But hey, guess what? I don't go out to the bars. I don't drink. I don't hang out in those places anymore. I mean, I used to. And even then, like, you know, so, oh. Oh, I was in here with you. Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, I gotta be careful like that, but like even Tekashi 6ix9ine, like, I mean, he like straight like in a courtroom, like did all this and that, like, I don't know. Of course, he was also doing a lot of dumb stuff too. Like, I feel like I saw somewhere that he was like trying to order hits discreetly, like murders. Like, you know, there are some things that you just don't do, and that's like, oh. Yeah. Okay. Now this bug is getting annoying. So that's the catch-22 of being monitored like 24/7 by like. No, I'm just kidding. Like we got to assume that everything is traceable. Now, whether they're actively monitoring, that's to be TBD. So. Huh. Does it make me nervous? You betcha. But again, I mean, like, if anything, he might come to my house and try to fight me. Maybe try to bring a gun and stuff. I don't know. But, like, for me, writing what, like, people could see for themselves, you know. Yeah. And besides, there's several other people saying that he should have just shot him. Like, and Colorado is a make my day state. And if that guy pulled a knife on me, I'd probably go for it. Like, just go in swinging and just beat the crap out of him. Because, like, what are the police going to say? Be like, well, that's self-defense. He came at you with a knife. Like, don't bring a knife to an insane fight. Like, And the fact that I casually dropped that I write reports for the feds. Like, I mean, I've worded that as a badge of honor. Like, I mean, I haven't given them to them yet, but they don't got to know that. I mean, and actually I've already said that on XApp, which is why I know that they're at least looking at a file of me somewhere, somehow. They've looked. Like, I had family members check up on people that I was dating, like, like people I was hanging out with, like, doing background checks just on the fly. Like, it's just, yeah. So, huh. I also just checked someone driving home tonight. Like, they drove up, they did an unsafe maneuver. And I could tell, like, something was up. Like, the lady was wearing, like, one of those, like, those hair things that, like, you just got your hair done and, like, or bleached or something, so you have a bag over it or something. And she was moving around all sporadic, looked like she was tweaking out, like, I mean, and she was jamming out to the song, talking to her friend and just, like, acting all cool and, like, oh. And, but there's no reason for that. Driving like a jerk. And she, like, I was going too slow at 5 miles over, and the other truck, like, catty corner of me was, like, also driving 5 over. And, like, and there's a bunch of traffic radar things. So I saw her at the next light, and I turned up my, I flashed my brights at her, like, hey, that was a bad move. Don't do that. Instant accountability. I don't care. And I flip people off sometimes, too, if it gets to that. Now, granted, I mean, she kind of did the maneuver. Like, I might have flipped her off, but I saw that it was a lady, and, like, usually I don't think that that's cool because then, like, that's a little too aggressive, and I hate to be sexist like that, but I'm going to be sexist like that. Like, I would treat women better as far as holding them accountable. Now, granted, the middle finger doesn't come up right away. Like, in fact, I should just do, like, other things. But, like, staring at people and looking, oh, yeah. But it's like that meme with the dogs on the fence. Like, once you move the fence, even if they're barking and yapping at each other, it's like, go on, make the first move, make the first move. I will hit somebody. Like, I don't think they understand. Like, if that was me, like, and I'd get in trouble and I'd probably have to go to jail for a few months and it'd really suck and, like, might lose my job. But you know what? I've been through it. Like, you can't scare me, don't threaten me with a good time. Like, if it keeps him from doing that to anybody else in this county, again, it's not even I'm in someone else's group. I'm all over Colorado, and I just kind of move and everything, and I'm actually planning on moving again soon. So, it doesn't, I mean, it matters, but it doesn't. You still got to talk like you're going to assume that someone's going to find your house. But if they're willing to come all the way to my house, I'm ready. I'm down for that. Like, I'll fight you. I'm going to be scared, and I might not win, but I will fight you. Plus, if you come to my house, I got so many Be Nice devices scattered throughout the house. Like, and legally, I'm not supposed to have guns, but paralegally, I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'd hate to have to explain something like that. So, like, I can't use the Colorado make my day law. I mean, granted, like, I don't have guns, but, like, I could be around them or something. Or, like, I could know where they are. And, like, if I felt threatened, I mean, just because they're not here, they're not, like, here, but they're here. So, nah, and even that. Same with the box cutter. The box cutter was uncalled for. Oh, God. Use evil Homer. Oh no! Alright, so I hit him with the SMG, so that's good. Oh, we're going on an hour here. Alright, ooh, this is gonna be the fun one. Alright, because, yeah, we'll do a whole... no, we won't do a whole hour. Let's go back to the lobby. And you know how I know that the people that matter, in my opinion, won't care that I'm doing any of this? Because, like, the creators of South Park, they wore dresses and went to, like, an award show on LSD. That's the type of people that I hope to... I'm not saying that, like, this guy gives me pause, because that looks like... When it gets, like, young and cutesy like that, I don't know. That's like... Oh, and then the wings. There you go. Let's see what else they have. There's so much stuff. Okay. Okay. Claim all. Or we can unlock the set. Nice. Claim all. Oh, that's all I can. Wait, it says 13 rewards to... Oh! Huh. Nice. Now I can go here and then here. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright, well that's good. Ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm actually getting a renown. That was just, whew, that hit pretty hard. So maybe just like half of one. I'm going to try that. So, alright, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one.